Dear students, today we are going to see what is value education is about. Value education is the aggregate of all the process by means of which a person develops abilities, attitudes and other forms of behavior of the positive values in the society in which he lives. So value education is not one single unit, it's an aggregate of a complete personality of a human being. Okay, we are talking about the complete personality of a human being, his attitude, his behavior, his abilities, his perceptions, everything. Okay, what is the purpose of value education? It is to develop the personality in all possible aspect in a student, to develop right values in the student, to develop thinking ability, that is sustainable thinking and a democratic way of living, to develop good citizenship and to elevate the standard of living and to have inculcate right behavior in a student and to develop tolerance and make a kind person in this world. Now let us see the outcome of this value education. What is the expected outcome of this value education, right? So first, when we started as a kid, we were started doing things based on the instruction given to us, right? We started behaving according to it, right? If they are asking us to walk, run, say, recite rhymes like that, we started working on that. We started behaving according to it, right? It may be because of these may be carried away because of fear or incentive, right? The first level is you may be asked to do some things for a chocolate, for an ice cream, right? You may be asked to do it. Sometimes you are forcefully, okay, you are threatened, you are scolded and asked to do things, right? Because of fear we may be doing it. In this case the conduct is indefinite. Always we cannot expect the same output, right? Every time the instruction is given, we may not be able to give the same output, right? The child may not be able to give us same output. Child or any person who's carried away by incentive or a fear will not give every time the same output because it is a forced output. So conduct is indefinite in this case. Next level, we have been teaching with moral sciences, right? Moral education, moral stories have been told. From based on that, we start developing our own belief systems, morals, etc. So we have been preconditioned, carried away by the moral sciences, right? Here, when the moral sciences have been taught to you, moral stories have been told, our thinking ability is started. Okay, we started thinking it. Okay, we have we based on that stories, based on this moral education, we started to have our own ideas, everything. So we are preconditioned. Here we are preconditioned. We are not forced, right? But we are preconditioned. In this case, the conduct is also again indefinite, but it is little raised above the previous one because we have started thinking here. So this thinking may break at any point. So they say it is indefinite because we have been preconditioned with the moral values, moral stories, everything. This may in future may break up and you may have a different opinion upon what you were preconditioned, right? So in this case also the conduct is indefinite, right? Now, when our conduct is going to be definite, right? When we are going to have a right understanding, when we start thinking and then we should have right understanding, okay? And we should be followed by, carried away by our own natural acceptance, not by the preconditioned belief, but by the natural acceptance. One, we have our own natural acceptance in doing things, okay, then whatever we understand will be definite, it will be universal, it will be invariant, it will be right worldview, and it will be perspective. Okay, it will turn out to be universal and it will be naturally acceptable. In this case, human conduct turns out to be definite throughout. Any time, any day, if we are asking it, it will be having a same type of behavior, same type of attitude, same type of thinking, everything, then in that case the human conduct turns out definite. So what is the outcome of our value education? We want our value education to turn out to be definite in conduct. Human conduct should turn out to be definite. He should follow only his natural acceptance. He should listen to his natural acceptance. Okay, then if everyone start listening to their own natural acceptance, then everything is going to be universal in nature. Everyone is going to have right worldview perspectives, right? Now, value education. What does value education say? How do you understand this value education? Right? If we have right understanding, when we have right understanding, then we are into value education. What is right understanding? That is when anything is questioned to you, whether you are able to find out what is right and what is wrong about it, whether it is good, whether it is bad, whether it is right, whether it is wrong. You are able to identify it correctly, then we call it as right understanding. Okay, so when value education is imparted into a human being, then he will have a right understanding. He knows what is right, what is wrong. So this right understanding leads to your natural acceptance, a human being's natural acceptance. What is this? This natural acceptance is something which is a universal truth. What is universal truth? It is same for every person. It is same for person who lives in India. It is same for person who lives in America. It is same for person who lives in Australia. It is same for a person who lives in Switzerland, anywhere, Africa, South Africa, right? So it is an universal truth which is naturally acceptable. And why to accept this? That thing is we can verify it whether it is universal truth, whether it is naturally acceptable, whether it is right or wrong. You can verify it on your own natural acceptance status, right? Then another thing, why we have to accept it naturally? If we have a doubt on it, you can experiment it and you can find out whether it is right or wrong also. Then it is naturally acceptable. Right understanding, natural acceptance, if these two concepts one has understood clearly, and then we can say he has learned what is value education, he is into his right path in his journey. Let us take an example. Consider you are doing your final year project, right? So what do you think now? Let me do the project in artificial intelligence. Let me do it in cloud computing, in blockchain, in machine learning, in Java coding or IoT. Let me do it with deep learning skills. Right. But what are all these things? All these things talk about how to do this project. All these are skill based. So final year project is told, automatically to our mind comes is all these things. Right. Being artificial intelligence students, you will be thinking about doing project on these things, and which are the booming areas also, right? So these are how to do, and these are skill based, and all the 4 years you are being taught to develop your skill. And there is nothing wrong in it. In this how to do we have learned. Okay, then what is value education? If you have learned this value education, where to start? What is that? So how my project should be, what my project should be, it should have be sustainably development. Today the world is needing a technology which is sustainable in nature, right? or is my project is going to solve any social problems? Is my project is going to solve any farmer problem? Using the technologies, the farmer is benefited out of it. Or am I in the path of Make in India, right? Or this project may lead to startup using MSME so that India can have its own production company. My project is in the direction of climate change, which is a global problem. Am I going to do a project on global warming using all these technology on the left side, right? My project is going to be helping a physically challenged persons, right? So all these things talk about what to do, right? Value based, all these are value based, right? So what to do followed by how to do will make a person complete, right? What to do is value based, that is your value education, where to start, right? So what to do, which sector you have to select, just like that, just solving a problem, okay? Not solving any social issue, not solving any national issue, not doing anything to the society, not doing anything to the nature. What is the use of doing a project, right? So what to do, we must be very clear about it. That comes first, and then followed by how to do, which is a skill base, which everyone is well versed. So here where we slightly lag is what to do, value based. So here in UHV we are teaching what is value based, right? So let us learn about the value. What is a value? Value is a unit, does not change with time, place and person. Value of any unit will not change with time, place or a person. Let us see with an examples, right? So here we have a pen. What is the value of a pen? To write legibly, to write neatly, right? So this value will not change with time, right? Olden days also pen was used only for writing, okay? And if it is if we want to write it in some other part of the country, right, it will have the same value. Same pen is used only for writing any part of the country we take, any part of the world we go, right? For person, any person uses this pen and write, it will only write it. So value does not change with time, place and person. It is universal. Okay. Each unit has its own value. Right. Now we have papers. Papers, what is the purpose? It is used for printing script, writing script, right? So its value is same for every person and it is same for all the times, right? So that is the value of it. And what is this? The road. So what is the value of a road? Connecting two cities, two countries, right? Connecting two cities. So it helps the traveler to travel and from one city to another city. So purpose of road is to connect two cities. Everywhere it is the same. All times it will be the same, right? Yeah. Now we have transport here. So cycle, what is the purpose of cycle? Just for traveling shorter distances, right? So that is going to be the same value every time. And then we have car. Here we have, in cycle it is one person who can travel. Here we have 4 person traveling with more technology, with the fuel consumption, everything. So again it is for traveling purposes. 4 to 5 people can travel in a car, right? So value of car is for traveling. That's it. Yeah, here we have another thing. We can see fruits here. Mango. What is the value of a mango? To value of a mango is to quench the hunger, right? It is to quench the hunger of a person. Maybe not person, maybe animal, maybe human, maybe anything. It is used to just quench your hunger. Until now, we were talking about the values of certain units in nature, right? Just like pen, bicycle, road, mango, like that, right? Let me put a question. What is the value of a human? Do you know our own values? What is our value in this nature, right? Value of a human. Take a time and think and then answer me. So what is the value of a human? It's helping other units in nature. What is the other unit? It could be anything. It could be your own friend, it could be your own peer, it could be your own family members, it could be anyone in the society, it could be helping your nation, it could be helping the whole world, or helping the environment by maybe by planting trees, right? You are helping the nature. You are helping the sustainability. You are trying to bring sustainability in the earth, right? So value of a human according to me could be helping the any unit in the nature. Man is a so great creature on this earth who has all potential to help nurture any unit in this world, right? So this could be a broader class of value for a human. You may have subclasses, many subclasses, because he is such a great creature by nature, right? So he can do, we have the capacity to do anything and everything, right? So major, very important values helping other unit in nature, right? Let me close this session by telling a very small story, just to understand the value of a unit, right? A kid and a mother was into a market where kid was asking ice cream, balloon, like that, all dolls, everything. Mother was refusing everything. She bought only chocolates for her, and then when she started asking everything, she was refusing everything, and they were into the market. Suddenly in the market, the child was more fascinated towards the doll, and it stood there itself, attracted by the doll, and mother mother left the child unknowingly, and after some time the child discovered that there is a mother is missing. Okay, it started crying. Immediately it started crying. So the nearby people, so nature of human, I said helping, right? They start trying to help the child, and they wanted to immediately stop the crying of a baby, and everyone started offering something. They said, we can find out your mom, but by then you can have this ice cream, you can have this doll, the attracted doll. But the child was telling, no, I don't want this, I want my mom, right? It said it was a few minutes back, it was longing for all these things. Ice cream, chocolates, dolls, everything. And suddenly now, after 5 minutes, it's the importance of the chocolate doll, everything has come down. The importance for a mother has grown up, right? So value, that is the really we understand what is the value of another unit into this world, right? Thank you, children. Thank you, students. We shall meet in the next class.